Hi, my pickles. How are you? My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to my channel. We're a little eclectic and eccentric here, but we work our programs really hard, or we learn how to get back on track and save ourselves from what could be pound gainage, and we don't want to do that. We work extra hard at discovering and uncovering and recovering from all the issues that made us grab that sweet something, that pastry, that donut, that humongous drink from Dunkin' Donuts, or the slabs of pizza, or the huge sandwiches, or you just had a regular standard American diet, also known as SAD, for so long that now you just can't stop the pounds from coming on at a regular clip. And not a clip that's noticeable at the end of the week. It's like, a pound a week. But it could be a pound and a half or two every month. And then at the end of the year, it's like, where did this 25 extra pounds come from? I thought I was paying attention. Now, most of you that are doing the Weight Watchers Smart Points know that they are carb friendly. They try to keep you away from junk food. They try to keep you away from sugar. And that's important. But for somebody like me, there is no little bit is okay of wheats or sugar. Both of those are highly, I was going to say intoxicating, but I think that's an appropriate word after all. They will get to me as fast as alcohol, even worse now. I think because I'm not attracted to alcohol. I'm looking for something that's a no-no. And so I have to be very, very vigilant and careful. I'm having a problem with this. I just wanted to be more... Nope, that's not going to work. Sorry for the little boat ride. Just sitting up straight is uncomfortable today. Anyway, so there you are. And, if it's 6 months, you might have a 12-pound gain. If it's a year, you could have a 20 or 25-pound gain. And if you're 40 or older, or 50 or older, or 60 or older, like me, just turning 66, yikes. You could have a really hard, resistant body on hand to lose the weight. And so allowing a little bit of sugar and a little bit of carbs could be difficult for you. It could keep you inflamed. It could keep you from losing. It could just, it might keep you from gaining to follow the Weight Watchers Smart Plan with the carbs and the sugar. But you need to be very mindful of it. Your body is changing, has changed. And if you've been doing yo-yoing, or this plan for a few weeks, and then that plan for a few weeks, which I guess is yo-yoing, to me the yo-yo always meant the extreme weight loss from some extreme weight loss program, like not necessarily healthy, but quick and effective, maybe medically assisted, like the Medifast sort of things. And then you coast along at that weight loss, and you've got your snazzy new snappy size pants, and things are styling. And then it starts to get loosey-goosey. And then you start letting in all the things that were a bit of a problem before, but now are even more of a problem. Your body can become insulin resistant. And with that insulin resistance comes a body's just absolutely, no, I am not going to lose no matter what you do. So having the standard Weight Watcher Smart Point program might not be it might work for you, but it might stall you a bit. It might frustrate you a bit. And if you start getting frustrated up here, then your tracker's going to show it. Because if you're still having like the Arnold's Thins, so you can have your little bread, your little sandwiches, and you're having your little bowls of cereal in the morning and things like that, and you're having your free fruit, you could still be allowing trouble in your body's metabolism. It needs an overhaul. And we don't like to think that way. You know, we like to think that slow going wins the race. And I'm sure that's what Weight Watcher leaders will tell you. You don't want a big loss anyway. And I'm not all for big losses. I'm just talking about the insulin-resistant body that you've created by allowing minimal sugars and minimal carbs on your weight loss journey. Now, even, I think it's J.J. Virgin, and I think it's even Dr. Hyman, both of them in their Kickstart, whatever they call them, programs that kick off the weight loss, you're not seeing the carbs and the fruit. Those things don't come until maintenance, and then still under what we call trackers, what we call, a food plan. And it's not like you're left out to dry. Here, go figure it out. No, you're allowed to let some of these things in very slow. And I'm sure that if I was your food coach doing that with you, it would be with a lot of emotional work to go around it. Like say, you didn't have any grains whatsoever or sugars whatsoever, and you dropped 30 or 40 pounds, and you were looking good. You were feeling good. It might not be your goal weight, but it certainly is that chunk that you needed for the inspiration and motivation, and long enough so you had the momentum of your program, right? And so then you reach this place, like say you were 180 and now you're 140, and you haven't seen the 140s since, the year began with a 19. And so you are wicked excited, and nothing that you have in your closet now fits. And so it's time for a couple of new snappy, strappy jeans, if anything. And, here comes boot season, and we want little sassy jackets to wear with it. And so you are feeling at the top. And so you have you have a clothing allowance, and you go out, and you treat yourself to some new clothes, and you feel really, really good. You have been sugar-free. You have been grain-free. You have been on fruit restriction. It has been so minimal that you might as well say that you don't even have fruits anymore. And so now, is it time to begin to allow the other things back in? Are you safe? I will never be safe. And that's easier, I think. I can't smoke in safety. I can't drink in safety. And I can't eat bread in safety. And I don't want to. I've gotten so used to it. Now, during this 1-year journey of the no grains that I've been on, and it began no wheat in August of 2015, and then I went no grains in September of 2015, and now it's 2016. So it's a year of no grains. And along the way, I would be romanced by the no carb, low carb, net carb type of breads and get kind of excited about them. But then I realized that's like a near beer for me. Not that I was a beer drinker, but it's like a fake wine for me. It's not my lifestyle anymore. So if I'm trying to figure out what I can have for a sandwich, I'm still in the headset that there's some bread involved, some grains involved, and that's not me today. Now, the other day I had a BLT, no bread. It was romaine lettuce, it was tomatoes, and it was bacon. And it was delicious, and the romaine was the bread. Of course it was messy. Of course I wouldn't be eating it in front of a board meeting. But it was delicious. And you know what? I didn't miss the bread taste. The only thing I missed was that I'm not a mayonnaise person, so I usually would put butter on the toast. And so I missed the taste of the butter, but I didn't miss that there was no bread. I just missed a flash of missing the buttery taste of the toast that I would have with the BLT. I could even live even larger and make it a turkey club. No bread. Right? The excitement doesn't end. And so I am very, very glad to be grain-free and sugar-free. I'm not telling you you need to be grain-free and sugar-free. I'm telling you that the insulin in your body, the older you get, and the more you mess with your food plans, is gonna be a bear to conquer. I don't know if it's, if it's something that you can overcome. If you've been playing the game of, a sugar-free diet or a grain-free diet or a meat-free diet, all the different food plans that we can do that we want to lose those couple of extra pounds quicker, we could be messing with our metabolism and our insulin. And once that insulin resistance kicks in, it's really hard. It's like a tenant you can't evict, and you're going to need more than a legal team. So just be aware that what you're doing today, if you're dancing with the devil, and the devil happens to be grains, or the devil happens to be sugars, or any part of the standard American diet, even in limited amounts, you're still putting it into your body, and your body isn't getting a chance to get totally clean from the grains or the sugar or the standard American diet that you've gotten so used to. And insulin is, I don't know enough about it. I'm certainly not a doctor, but I know insulin resistance, you add going from, being age 20 and being able to knock off 15 or 20 pounds, no problem, to being 40 or 50 or 60 or 66, and then trying to deal with it. Your body's had an awful lot of time to get very, very comfortable with how it's operating. And so changing its operating system could take a lot of work and patience and momentum. And when I say momentum, I don't mean a week and a half. I mean, months, maybe even years of doing it. I had 65 years of grains and lots of white sugar and all the other kinds of sugar too. But, all that white sugar, all that coffee mate that I was addicted to, all those things, and the breads and the pizzas and the cereal every morning, brand cereal every morning, so I was regular. Well, yeah, it seemed like such a good thing. But, I'd eat that cereal at 7, I'd be hungry by 8:30, and that wasn't holding me. So now, it took me a while, but I've adapted to what it is that I do, and it's like having bulletproof coffees in the morning with enough oils and brain octane oil in it, and it holds me. And then from 10 on, I'm ready for the next meal. And that next meal is usually, well, if it's got an egg in it, it's usually high protein, but it's like an egg and 2 strips of bacon and 3 ounces of blackberries or something like that. And that remarkably holds me. It is amazing. Or the 3 tablespoons of Fai full-fat yogurt and 2 tablespoons of Teddy peanut butter with the 3 ounces of the berries. It holds me. It took a while to get to this place. I didn't wake up a year ago and say, okay, all set. I know, I got it from here. No, I had to get used to a lot of different things. I had to fight being bored, being restless, being irritable, being discontent with the food plan, being romanced and lured by food manufacturers into thinking, why can't I have a net carb, low carb, whatever type of carb, pasta or bread, Why not? The Fathead Pizza saves me. You Google it and you'll get it. That absolutely saves me. It's made with almond meal, so it's grain-free. And as far as that craving for spaghetti squash is my go-to. And I either make my homemade Alfredo sauce with the full-fat heavy whipping cream and cheese, or a regular spaghetti sauce with like ground beef in it. That saves me too. And that takes care of the two cravings that really are with me. I'm not craving sugar anymore. So for the 13 months that I've not had sugar, it's absolutely amazing. I'm not even craving my fat bombs anymore. So even though I allow a maximum of 3 per week, I'm happy. Last week I had 1. It's like, wow, I'm not craving what I used to crave. The sugar cravings are gone. And now it's like, I was hankering for a pizza. And I said to Greg, how about a fathead pizza? So I made a fathead pepperoni pizza on Friday night. And I had 3 tiny slices, which if it was like a pizzeria large pizza, it would have been 1.5 slices. That's what it was. But I cut it like, what do they say, Chicago style, so it was square. And figuring that there'd be some left over. And that man of mine polished off like the 15 other pieces. Unbelievable. So, I was so excited to have the leftover and planning like a second meal. Those 3 small pieces in a salad, divine, gone. So I'll have to do it again. But anyway, that's how it rolls for me. And, I'm not telling you to do it my way. I'm telling you that it's a long way out of the woods. And if you've been doing the deluging your body with all different food plans, changing it up every few weeks or so, messing with your metabolism to try to get it all going, you're gonna be insulin resistant. And, the obesity code is definitely explaining stuff to me, but not in a way that I could regurgitate it to you. But why your body's own insulin is the key to controlling your weight. And it's helping me so much. You don't have to buy the book. I'm not telling you to buy the book. It's not like I get a kickback. But I'm telling you, go to Dr. Jason Fung's podcast on YouTube. Try listening to a couple. Sometimes he gets a little too technical. But his heart is in the right place. And he's done his work. This is a scientist that is married to his work. And how he ended up dealing with the obesity part of the body, it's amazing. But he has. And obviously, he has a gift for it. So give it just a little try. Be willing to be willing. If you're struggling and the scale's not budging and you're getting frustrated and your cravings and triggers are back like they never left, like you don't have that first month like you had when you joined Weight Watchers and everything new is fresh and the veggies are fresh and the weighing and measuring, you wouldn't dream of not doing it. And all of that stuff stopped. It all stopped. Well, look, it's Labor Day weekend, so is there ever a better time? Many of you have heard me say Labor Day weekend is my New Year's. So my New Year's resolutions, if I had them, and I don't, would be this weekend, right now. So treat yourself, invest in yourself, give Dr. Jason Fung's podcasts a look. I'm not telling you to buy the book. I'm not telling you you got to spend 20 more bucks. I'm just telling you that this man has the key with the insulin resistance of our bodies. And the further you are into the woods, like I was at 65 years old, the further it takes, the longer it takes to come out. And you have to have patience. Why? Because that's all you got. That's all you got. There's no magic cure. If there was a magic cure, you've already spent it for the quick weight loss systems, right? You've already tried all of that. Remember that picture that I showed you, that ad with all of that crap junk food for that diet plan? And I said, does this entice you? Did it? No. You want to get to the place where the fashion designer, Karl Lagerfeld, and he looks at all of those buffets and the pastries and all of the food spread that they bring to his photo shoots, and he looks at it like it's plastic. And it's like, yes, it is. In fact, it could even be worse than plastic with the chemicals they use in the foods that we are ingesting. It is only edible. There's no nutrition in it. Those things that come out of the labs, that go into the food industry manufacturing plants, that stuff there's nothing left of it when it comes out, unless they pump it with the fake vitamins. So that stuff's not going to help you. Go into the perimeter of your grocery store and get some organic, dark things like blackberries, beautiful, organic romaine lettuce, beautiful, organic broccoli. Try making egg parm with beautiful, dark eggplant. Ah, divine. Treat yourselves to organic meats. Greg's been buying them the last couple of weeks, and what a treat. Last night we cooked an organic sirloin, 2 organic fillets, and organic Delmonico. Not all for last night. It's going to be another meal as well. I wouldn't get the sirloin again, but the fillets and the Delmonico, divine. And because if you're only having 3 to 4 ounces, then an 8-ounce steak that costs $12, well, that's not bad, right? So treat yourselves. Put into your temple the good stuff. Learn about the grains and what they could be doing to you. Leave behind that bread aisle. Well, all those net carbs, low carbs, zero carbs. Crap. You don't want to be putting it into your body. You deserve better. And if you don't think you have an insulin resistance problem, just give up that stuff anyway and see what happens. It could be the sloggy, stalling stuff in your body. Okay? I want you to be a success. I want you to get off whatever ledge you're on that isn't serving you today. And just do me a favor, just look into insulin resistance just to see if this indeed applies to you. And I cannot believe I'm at 23 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, happy Labor Day. And if you can make a switch in your food plan, look at sugars, look at grains, and let me know. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Bye-bye for now.